Hi. In my last video you might have seen, I was talking about how I have to measure out or limit my caffeine intake with the Dr. Pepper I showed you. Well, I'm going to explain why. I found out that my caffeine that I intake a lot of is doing a lot of harm to me. For a little over 8 years, I have been drinking Dr. Pepper, which has a lot of caffeine in it, every single day. And I did not realize that the amount of caffeine intake that I was doing every day for 8 years was doing significant harm to my body. I didn't realize that caffeine was a drug. I just thought that it's just pop that I really like the taste of, and I didn't really think much about it. And I found out that if I don't find a way to quit and become healthier, I am killing my kidneys so bad they won't be able to function in the future. And that scared me. I did not want to cause damage to my body like that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to find a way to quit, and I'm going to become healthier. And this path that I'm on now started almost 2 weeks ago, pretty close to it, and it has been a very rough, painful, very teaching moment for me. And I went to the doctor and talked to her about my addiction problem, and I told her how long I've been doing it and that I needed help and I didn't know how to quit. So after talking to her, and I talked to a friend of mine who is also familiar with addictions. She's been around other people who have addiction problems and how they were able to quit and what they had to do. And after talking to my doctor, she explained to me what's going on with my body and what I need to do. And when I talked to a friend of mine who is familiar with addiction problems, she helped me create a very strict diet and schedule that I have to keep myself on for the next 3 months. It's going to be rough, it's going to be painful, but it is doable. It is a new path that I'm on for myself in order to completely quit my addiction of caffeine and to live a more healthier lifestyle that does not, in the long run, kill my kidneys or kill any other body part on the inside of me that needs to function on a regular basis for me to live a better life. And now I'm not really allowed to have anything other than what's on my list. I have to literally start my day at exactly 8 a.m. every morning. I have an alarm that goes off that forces my butt to get up at 8 a.m. I take my dog out to the bathroom, and while she's doing her business, I'm fixing me 1 cup of coffee, only 8 ounces, and it has caffeine in it. I'm not allowed to have more than that when it comes to caffeinated coffee. And after I finish drinking it, I wait until about 8:30 to 9, and that's when I start to actually feel hungry for food. And then that's when I will start eating. Out of a couple of choices I have, I will start picking one of them and I will cook it and make it for breakfast. And when I'm done, I do my normal routine during the day of whatever chores I need to do or whatever it is I need to get done that day. And then in between 9 o'clock and 10:30 in the morning, I am having to drink a lot of water. And I drink it a lot. Even if I don't like the taste of it or if I'm not really in the mood, I have to force myself to drink it to help force all of the toxic stuff that's in caffeine out of my system. And then before, like an hour before lunch or 2 hours before, depending on my schedule, I'd have to look at it again, I am allowed to have 1 cup, 8 ounces of a smoothie to curb some of my appetite, because most of the time I'm craving sugar. and it has to be natural sugar, not processed. And so I will do that. I bought some fruit that I cut up into little baggies and I froze it, and then I'm going to turn it into a smoothie later. And then at lunchtime, I'm only allowed to have protein, some green beans, water, and 8 ounces of caffeine. And that's when the Dr. Pepper comes in. I'm not allowed to have more than that. After I drink it, straight back to water. And then after about 2 or 3 hours, I have a small little peanut butter and jelly sandwich to take care of my craving once again. And then around dinner time, which is 6 to 7, I have dinner with less than 8 ounces of Dr. Pepper at that point. It has to be more like maybe 5 to lower it. And then drink a lot more water before I go to bed. This is to help my body slowly get off of caffeine without quitting cold turkey. And it's also drinking a lot of water to help rinse and push the stuff out of my system. I've been doing it for about almost 2 weeks now, and I'm going to continue.